Now, it's been more than a year since thousands of crabs and lobsters washed up dead on northeast beaches. It devastated the shellfish industry, and there's still no definite answer on what caused it. Well, today there was a protest outside the Teesworks site by fishermen whose livelihoods have been affected. Adam Clarkson was there.
Pay the fee! When we want it! No! When we want! When we want it! No!
A message from fishermen and campaigners to the Tees Valley Mayor.
Pause the dredge! Pause the dredge! Pause the dredge!
They believe upcoming dredging on the River Tees will lead to another mass die-off of shellfish, something Ben Houchen's office has denied.
The universities and the scientists agree that the sediment and pollution coming out of the Tees is playing a major part in killing those crabs and lobsters, and we're here to say that the dredge should be paused until that's proven to be completely safe.
To continue with this dredge, knowing there is a definite link between the die-offs that have happened in the northeast, and to put it out at sea is just unthinkable, and we've only got to pause it until mid-January when these results are in.
The Mayor's office has said, time and time again, there is no definite link between capital dredging and the die-offs we've seen, but that is something that you just don't accept.
Well, it's not that we don't accept it, it's the fact that 4 universities have provided scientific evidence to prove that there is a huge link.
Many fishermen are frustrated and say this has been their most difficult year in the industry.
The start of last year, it was very stressful for everybody. It was absolute torture, just not knowing if there was going to be anything to catch come the spring of the year. Also worrying about, will it ever recover, and this year we just haven't seen the stocks of, like I said, the velvet crabs, green crabs and brown crabs being well down in the die-off zone. And it's going to take years to recover, I think.
The government set up an independent panel of experts to review evidence from both sides. However, last night some MPs criticised an alleged lack of transparency.
It's behind a closed door, which DEFRA are controlling, and unfortunately we just don't have the trust that they're doing that in a way that's acting in the best interest of the environment and the best interest of our livelihoods.
The findings of the panel are expected to be published by the end of January, but to many here today, action needs to be taken now to protect the North East coast. Adam Clarkson, BBC Look North, Redcar.
Well, in our lunchtime report, unfortunately, we didn't include a response from the South Tees Development Corporation. We asked for an interview this afternoon. We now have a statement. A spokesperson for the corporation said, "We continue to operate to the highest standards in line with all our licences from the Marine Management Organisation and in line with regulations and guidance from government agencies. The first phase of our dredging, which started in September, 11 months after the crustacean die-off, was completed safely in November, with no issues being reported by DEFRA or the MMO in relation to the work carried out." Well, joining me now from Westminster is Sir Robert Goodwill, Chair of the Environment Select Committee. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. You, of course, understand this issue better than most as Chair of the Committee and also as the Conservative MP for many of those people who've been affected by this. Do you think enough is being done to get to the bottom of what's happened here?
Well, we were very pleased at the call from my committee to have an independent inquiry with scientists looking at both theories to see which was the most likely to have caused the problem was accepted. We were a little disappointed, though, that the membership of that committee has not been made public, and we feel that it would help with the transparency of the whole thing if we could actually see the names of the scientists who are doing that. We also call for Sir Patrick Vallance, who's the government's chief scientific officer, to overlook this, and that's not happened at the moment. But yeah, we do need to get to the bottom of the cause of this, and particularly as we were talking about the capital dredge on the Tees. Actually, the mass die-off happened during a maintenance dredge, material which has been in and out of that channel many times over the years. So I think we need to be aware of what the facts are, and also this chemical pyridine hadn't been found in the Tees since 2012. So there isn't compelling evidence either way, and that's why this scientific panel needs to come with some quick conclusions, and then we can make sure it doesn't happen again. But also, I think, move on to see what government can do to help these fishermen, because certainly those who fish inshore within sort of 3 miles of the coast, the stocks are not likely to build up very quickly, and they need to keep their businesses going in order to be there when the stocks do recover.
Yeah, so you're not particularly happy with the makeup of the panel. Is that because you think the government might only appoint experts who will back up their original findings?
Well, no, it isn't, because I'm not saying I'm not happy with the makeup, because I don't know what the makeup is. And I think, as a scientist myself, the integrity of scientists is not cast into doubt, but we need to see that we've got a wide variety of expertise on that panel, so when they do come to their conclusions, we can actually understand the knowledge and the background and the experience which they've used to come to those conclusions themselves. At the moment, we're not quite sure who's on that, and we really don't know why they haven't actually published a list of those scientists, so everybody can see that they are the experts in the field, and they have experience in toxicology, experience in algal blooms, which of course is the other theory. So we need to get to the bottom of it very quickly, and I don't think it's helping the process by not publishing the names of the scientists involved.
Thank you very much indeed for your time. Thank you.
My pleasure.